What if I told you that you can lose belly fat without even stepping in the gym? Yep, you heard right. Today I'm gonna share tips of how my clients lost 15, 20, 30, and 35 kilos. They are pretty simple and you can do everything from the comfort of your own home. Tip number 1 is avoiding ultra-processed foods. Look, I'm not here to demonize food, but I'm gonna take that you don't understand anything about nutrition, and this is one of the easiest ways to reduce your calorie intake. Ultra-processed foods are made to be delicious. We digest them very quick, and that's why it's super easy to overeat. Let's take potato for example. If you boil 200 grams of potatoes, you have 126 calories. If you have 200 grams of potato chips that you buy on the supermarkets, that's 1050 calories. Do you see the difference? 200 grams of potato, 126, 200 grams of chips, 1050. That's almost 10 times more calories. And why exactly I'm talking about calories? Calories are going to dictate if you gain weight, if you keep weight, or if you lose weight. Our body needs a certain amount of calories just to stay alive. So if you stay the whole day lying down on the couch, or if you are in a coma in a hospital, you still burn some calories. On top of that, we also have the calories that we use for our daily activities. So if, for example, you need 2000 calories a day and you eat 2000 calories per day, you're not going to gain weight, you're not going to lose weight, you're just going to stay the same. On the other hand, if you need 2000 calories and you eat 2500 calories, that's exactly how you're going to gain body fat. That's how you're going to grow a nice and round belly. You got to remember that calories are energy and your body is going to store this energy as body fat. And lastly, the one that's going to help you to lose belly fat, if you have 2000 calories and you eat 1500 calories, you're going to start dropping body fat all around your body. And if you do that consistently, you're going to see your belly disappear. Number 2, you're going to get a little notebook and you're going to start taking notes of everything you ate yesterday. And I mean everything. If you put something in your mouth, that goes into your notebook. And no, it doesn't work if you just remember. You actually need to take notes. And if you're really bad at remembering stuff, let's start taking notes from what you ate today up to watching this video, and start taking notes after you watch this video. And remember, every little thing that goes into your mouth goes to the book. Little bit of nuts, go to the book. That little lolly you had, go to the book. That cupcake, go to the book. The goal is for you to see everything that's going into your mouth, because that's actually super powerful. Once you have the notes of what you ate for the whole week, you're going to look at the things that you didn't need in there. And when I say things you didn't need, is exactly those things that are not going to help you reaching your goals. Once you identify those things, your goal for the following week is to consume less of those things and more of the good stuff. And to be quite frankly, I don't need to explain what's healthy and what's unhealthy. I'm pretty sure you know it well, you've been to school, and you know the very basics of nutrition. Let's take potatoes again as an example. If you get boiled potatoes, 200 grams, 126 calories. Fried potatoes, 200 grams, 660 calories. And the funny thing, most of those 660 calories come actually from fat. So here is a reminder, 1 gram of carbohydrate has only 4 calories, while 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. Every time you start adding fats in food, you increase the calories and decrease satiety. Boiled potatoes is 9 out of 10 on the satiety index. Fried potatoes is a 4 out of 10 on the satiety index. So while the one without fat keep you full for longer, the one with fat has way more calories, and again, you're gonna feel hungry not long after. And by the way, if you eat single ingredient foods, and by single ingredient I mean bananas, cabbage, rice, meat, eggs, you're gonna end up eating less calories. And you're also gonna eat more nutrients. So even without any knowledge of nutrition, you're more likely to reach your goals if you choose that path. And as a bonus, if you're doing that really well throughout the whole week, you can choose 1 or even 2 meals every single week to eat whatever you want. Did you hear that? 1 to 2 meals to eat pizzas, burgers, ice cream, whatever you want. And just before I talk more about food, make sure you hydrate. Drink water. Drink 1 glass before your meals, drink 1 glass after your meals, and maybe even 1 before, 1 during, and 1 after. That way, you're most likely going to be hydrated as you should. By the way, my name is Rafael Victoria. I'm a qualified fat loss coach based in Auckland, New Zealand, but with clients worldwide. If this is your first time here, please follow, subscribe, because you're going to learn a lot with my content. I have helped over 7,000 people in the past 24 years to reach their dream body. And if you need some help, you can click on the link into my description to apply for my program. And if you want to learn more about fat loss, make sure you like this video so the algorithm is going to show not only my content, but content like this. Okay, let's talk about meals, and let's start by the breakfast. Every single meal needs protein, and for breakfast, the one that fits more people's lifestyles would be eggs. Eggs go perfectly in here. You're gonna need some carb source. Bread is also something that is very easy to fit, and no, bread doesn't make you fat. Eating too much bread makes you fat. So it's not the bread itself, it's just people not to know how to balance their meals and not to know about portion control. When making your eggs on toast, make sure to use a new pan, those ones that don't need too much oil. And if you need oil, just use a bit of oil spray because again, that's very low in calories. You're gonna add about 3 to 5 calories only. Then with your eggs on toast, you can either have black coffee with whey protein or you can also have Greek yogurt and fruit. The choice is yours. For lunch and dinner, you're gonna use the one plate rule. You're only allowed to eat one plate and that plate, half of it is veggies. And lastly, when you're talking about salad, you need to be very careful with the sauces you put on the salad or even the oil. And I say this because I once had a client, she was doing amazing with her diet and she wasn't losing any weight. Once we start talking, I realized she was adding about 150 calories of oil for lunch, 150 calories of oil for dinner, and she was also using 150 calories of oil in her breakfast. 150 doesn't seem much, but when you look at that, there was 450 every single day, which is pretty much enough to make you gain half a kilo every single week. As she was trying to eat on a calorie deficit, the only thing that she was doing was staying in maintenance. So please be careful with the toppings you're using on the veggies. And that was just one example. You can get a simple 300 calorie salad and make it become a 900 calorie salad just by adding a lot of toppings on it. And then on the half empty of the plate, you're gonna cut that also in half. On the top half, you're gonna add carbs. My favorite source is rice, but potatoes also work really, really well. You can also combine carbs if you want. As long as you keep on that top quarter, that's gonna be fine. And the bottom half is all about protein. You're gonna choose lean sources of protein because again, that's gonna help you to keep the calories low. Things like chicken breast, white fish, prawns, lean steak, they're all gonna work there. And no, you don't need to overthink. One plate, veggies, carbs, protein, you're gonna be sorted, you're gonna get your results. And as I mentioned before when I was talking about water, drinking when you're having meals, it's fine. All you gotta do is avoiding to drink your calories. Drinking calories is the fastest way to gain weight without even knowing. So options like water, sparkling water, tea without sugar, they're all gonna work well. And just before I forget, if you want to drink juice because juice is healthier, yes, it is healthier, but remember this. If something healthy is making you consume more calories and more calories is making you gain body fat, then it's no longer that healthy. If you can fit in your diet, it's fine, but without a professional to help you, I doubt you can do that. Remember, if you are overweight right now, you probably don't know much about nutrition, and I'm not gonna rely on you to calculate everything fine to fit your juice. So in that case, look for 0-calorie drinks or water, that's the safe bet. For the afternoon snack, a safe bet for everyone is having 1 dose of whey protein with 1 fruit. It sounds basic, I know, but it works. If you were my client, I could give you some yogurt and fruits, I could plan something, but again, I'm just gonna take that you don't understand nutrition and having 1 whey protein with fruit is always gonna be a safe bet. You might be asking about protein bars. Yep, they're fine, but there are different brands. Some of them are high in fat, some of them are high in carbs. Not every protein bar is good. So if you're having them every now and then, that's fine, but if you're planning to have a protein bar every single day, then you need to be careful with that too. When it comes to dinner, it's important to remind you that timing matters, but not that much. And what I mean by that is for these people who believe you cannot eat after 7 or whatever time it is, I'm here to tell you it's fine. If you are within your calories and your protein, you're going to still reach your goals. Your body is going to digest the food the same way regardless. However, the best thing for you when it comes to dinner is to eat 2 hours before bed. And the only reason is for you to do the full digestion before you go to bed, which means you can have a good night's sleep. Also, when it comes to dinner, you can do exactly the same thing you did for lunch or also the exactly same thing you did for breakfast. Because one of the most important things when it comes to dieting is doing something that you can do consistently for the rest of your life. So if it's easy for you to have a light and quick meal like you would for breakfast, please keep doing that. If it's easy for you to have real food like you had for lunch, again, just do that. At the end of the day, the best diet is the one that you can keep for the rest of your life. The least we change your lifestyle right now, easier it is for you to be consistency. And consistency is the secret sauce for you to get the best results. When a new client joins my program, this client gets a personalized plan. This plan is based on ingredients they already eat and is splitting as many meals they have usually in a day. Once they get the plan with different options for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, I tell them to look at every single option and pick the ones that are more similar with the things they already eat. And for this exact reason, people are more likely to stay in the program and lose weight very quick. Number 3, I touched that one briefly, and that's water. If you want to look good, we also want to get rid of the water retention, and the easiest way is by drinking more water. I know it sounds crazy, but here is how it works. If you don't drink enough water, your body tries to hold as much water as it can because it doesn't know if you're gonna have water again. But if you drink water all the time, your body just say, oh, cool, relax, we don't need to hold it, we have water all the time, and you're gonna pee all the water retention you're carrying right now. That's gonna reflect on the scale, and that's gonna reflect on how you look. The question is, how much water do you need? You need 35 ml per each 1 kilo of body weight you have. So basically, all you have to do is get in your calculator, type there your body weight times 35, and you know how much water you're gonna drink. Once you know the number, split it as many times as you need throughout the day. An easy way to reach your goal is making sure you drink half of the water by midday and then the other half for the rest of the day. Another good tip is finishing drinking your water by dinner time, which means 2 hours before bed. Other than that, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night just to go to the toilet. You're not gonna have good sleep. And that takes us to number 4, which is good sleep. There is a lot of studies showing that if you don't sleep enough, next day you're super hungry. What happens if you're super hungry? You're gonna overeat. What happens if you overeat? We saw that right at the beginning. You're gonna gain belly fat, and that's not what we want. We want exactly the opposite. But if you are also super hungry, it's gonna be super hard to stick to your deficit, and you're not gonna lose anything. So sleep is very, very important. A very quick and easy way to explain is that we have a hunger hormone and a satiety hormone. And if you don't sleep well, you're hungry all the time and you never feel full. And if it wasn't bad enough, the lack of sleep also is going to make it super hard for you to take the right decisions. How much sleep do you need? You need 7 hours plus. But it's not just about the time, it's about the quality. How do you know about the quality? If when you wake up tired, you're not having good quality sleep. And if you sleep enough with good quality, you're going to have more energy. If you have more energy, you're going to move more. And if you move more, you're going to do physical activities and you're going to burn more calories, helping us again to decrease that belly fat that we all want to lose. And that takes us to number 5, which is moving more. If you do at least 7,000 steps a day, you don't need to do any cardio. 7,000 steps a day are not only going to burn a lot of calories, but they're going to make you a healthier person. The easiest way to track your steps is having a step tracker. Most smartwatches are going to do that, but you can also use your phone. However, you're not going to have your phone on you at all times, and the phones are not as accurate as a smartwatch. One important thing to point here that most people don't know is that planned exercise is only 5% of the calories you burn. So when you go to your boot camp, you go to the gym, or you do your Zumba, that's only 5%. While your daily steps can be responsible for 15% of the calories you burn every single day. And now that you know that, I'm pretty sure you're going to start paying more attention to your steps. What you're going to do is reflect on the times that you just sit and you do nothing against the times that you're actually moving. Example, if at work you always take the lift, you can use the stairs instead. But if you work on the 15th floor, I understand you don't want to take the stairs, but you can go up to the 5th floor by the stairs and then taking the lift for the other 10. That's one idea. If you drive to work, instead of parking right in front of your work, you can park 5 blocks away and it's a little bit more steps you're going to fit in your day. If you actually take the bus, you can get down 1 stop before, so you enjoy the walk, enjoy the view, and then you get more steps on your day. Now when you look back for all the tips that I gave in this video, the only physical activity I request from you is walking, which is pretty simple. And yes, it sounds too basic and too easy because it is. You don't need to overcomplicate things to have results. You don't need to waste money in supplements. You don't need to do crazy exercises. You need to change your habits and behaviors. The body you have right now is a reflection of the habits and behaviors you had for the past years. And all those good habits and behaviors you learned today, if you repeat over time, is going to give you that good body that you're dreaming of. And just before finishing this, I want to give you some bonus tips. Doing abs is not going to make you lose belly fat. Doing abs are only going to make your core strong. We humans cannot spot reduce fat via exercise. That was never possible. All you gotta do is eating well, repeating all those habits and behaviors you learned today, and that's gonna make you have progress. If by any time you feel that you're not having more progress, maybe it's the time to work with a professional, and again, you can work with me. Lastly, it's a very good idea to follow me on the other social media so you can learn more about fat loss every single day with fat loss tips that don't suck. You're gonna find all the right links in the description below, and once you add me, feel free to ask me questions in there.